If any of you came out on tour, you saw all of our honey pot goodies in the bathrooms, outside the bathrooms, kind of wherever. I am a newfound fangirl of this brand. So vaginas are serious business. We know that. And when you work hard and you play hard, it can get a little stressed. Well, they see you trying to self-care, but you don't have down there care routine, do you? Well, the honey pot is the first feminine care system powered by herbs. So tend to your garden, cherish your cha-cha, pamper your peach. When your honey pot works just as hard as you do, it deserves self-care too. The honey pot, made by humans with vaginas for humans with vaginas. So they have a long line of products. I love all of them. I'm obsessed with their intimate parts, body and face wipes. They have a urinary tract support supplement that I take now, and it has been a game changer for me. They have some foaming washes that you can use in the shower. They have a vaginal care probiotic, tampons, menstrual cup, you name it. They have everything that you need to take care of your vajayjay because it's an important part, okay, guys? It's important. So please, please, please go and check out thehoneypot.co.
Well, what is this?
Welcome to the LadyGang.
That's amazing. Say that again.
The LadyGang.
Things are about to change around here.
Each week we catch up with Hollywood's hottest girl posse, Keltie Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LadyGang. I'm Becca Tobin here with Jack Vanek and Keltie Knight.
Good day.
It's my birthday month.
No.
It's not. It's actually my birthday month.
I thought you said you weren't celebrating anymore, Keltie.
No, I'm not. I actually had like a really crazy thought when I was driving yesterday. I thought I'm actually going to stay 40 forever. That's what I've decided.
Okay.
Like people are going to be like, how old are you? And I'm just going to say 40 until I'm 50 because you don't need to know. And I'm not celebrating my birthday. Like I was thinking about, I'm just always thinking about myself. So I'm thinking about like, what will I post this year on my birthday? Last year was so amazing. Will I do like a throwback, like my anniversary of my wedding? Like, and then I was like, I'm not going to post 41 in like a fucking champagne bottle. That just seems very lame. So I'm just not going to post. I'm never having another birthday. Birthdays are done. I'm Mariah Carey. I stopped birthdays at 40.
Can I just tell you it's perfectly normal to not post about yourself on your own birthday on your own Instagram account?
No, I know that. But for me,
it's not a necessary thing to do.
It's not a necessary, no, but it is something that people do. So,
I have done it once and I felt gross about it.
Yeah. So but I'm just done. Like Mariah Carey is like, I don't know timelines. I don't know ages. I don't know. And I'm with it.
I like the idea of just saying that you're 40 for 10 years.
40
I think
forever.
that's a good move. Yeah.
I don't know.
People will believe me. I get Botox.
That's right.
I don't know. I feel like we're just perpetuating the thing about women and aging and it not being cool. It's cool. The trick to aging gracefully is aging.
I know. I did see that amazing Julia Fox TikTok where she's like, guys, aging is in. And I was like,
love it.
I kind of love it.
It is in. We just have to make it
It's in.
Yes. If we say it's in, it's in.
Well, I haven't had any injectables in quite some time, so I'm unconsciously.
Actually, I'm so glad you brought this up. No, and I've pulled back. I mean, I have some Botox, but I've pulled way back too. I have a question for you, Becca. This is something that came up a few weeks ago, and I've been thinking about you so much. You mentioned that you had auditioned for a procedural, and had gotten a call back. Was this with long hair or short hair?
Short hair.
It's working.
I don't think it really matters.
No, I think I can see it. Short hair Becca, booked and busy.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Hey, cool. Right. Well, we're just 2 weeks into the new year and Becca's already given up. And what else is new? All right. Should we get into it? What are you feeling?
In my defense, it's Groundhog Day over here at the LadyGang for the past, not 7 years, but 4 solid years. Keltie's been like, be optimistic. High hopes. But if I had high hopes and been optimistic, I'd be really heartbroken right now and crushed.
You know what? I actually saw such a good TikTok about how manifesting is bad and how it just, it was like an anti-manifesting like theory where when you're manifesting, you're making all of these goals and you're like putting so much time and effort into needing to achieve them that when you don't achieve them, it breaks your heart and it makes you feel like shit.
It is true.
It is.
But Keltie achieves all of hers, so she doesn't know what
true.
it's like.
That's not true. No, I agree. Here's the thing. You have to be someone who's good with rejection in order to manifest. Like, you have to be cool and know that you're playing the long. I mean, there's a whole thing with it, but I agree. It's not great for some people. Like, I think for Becca, it's not a good thing for her because it hits her hard. You know what I mean?
No, I'm great with rejection. I'm great with rejection when there's no expectation.
Right.
That's the thing with manifesting. It's like you're setting this very lofty expectation for yourself.
Right.
That you have like zero control over, really.
Yeah. And well, it's like you have to, if you're going to do it, you just have to be realistic. It can't be like, I'm going to own a $5 million house by next year. And then it crushes you when it doesn't happen. Realistic.
Keltie's not happy.
No, I'm not. Let's do bad, good week, bad week.
Fine.
This is my bad week. Just kidding.
All right. It's time for
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
I have a bad week. It's about a month late, but I had it written down and I had forgotten to talk about it because I thought it was so funny.
Okay.
So do you guys remember, talking to the audience, I can't remember if it was a public conversation we had or if it was internal.
Okay.
But the trailer for the LadyGang book.
Yes.
We had like it was a week away that we were going to be like releasing the trailer for the book.
Yeah.
And Keltie wanted to discuss what kind of a release
I hate
we
you
needed
so
to have.
much.
It was like, we should tease the release. We should make a big thing, like release of the release.
A tease of a tease of a tease, if you will.
Yes, that's the better way to put it. So it was like, I'm like, the trailer is
the tease
to the thing. And I was like, I just don't think the trailer is, yes, it's cool. Yes, it's exciting, but it doesn't need its own party. Like, the trailer is kicking off the party to what's coming.
You also wanted to do a YouTube watch party.
Yes.
For the trailer.
And this is what's the most important part. The YouTube watch party. I'm like, we can't make a big to-do about the watching of a trailer. Like, it's just so weird.
Well, I know the Guardians of the Galaxy does.
Okay, well, and
Star
apparently
Wars
so does Chelsea Handler, because
what?
I saw on her Instagram, it was, and I can't decide if it was like tongue in cheek or if she was dead serious, but I guess she did a show in a city, like one of her stand-up shows, and at the show, she did a release party for the Netflix special.
Of the trailer.
A trailer release. Yes, a trailer release party for the special. So it was like this big party because the trailer was out teasing the Netflix special.
But that works because it's Chelsea Handler.
That's the thing. I'm like, also, if Chelsea's doing it, I guess we could start doing it. It's just more and more hype, which is great.
I mean, listen, we played the trailer at the beginning of every show.
People loved it.
Not a single person made a noise when it was going on.
That's true. People didn't know what to do.
It was silent until the end, and then when our song came on, people went crazy. But it was definitely a confusing moment.
But this is what happens at concerts. They play a thing, and you're like, ooh, and then you get hyped. Like, it's the settle down, people. You know what I mean? It's the hymn before the pastor walks out.
Which means it definitely doesn't need a release party for the settle down moment.
I agree with you, but you know where I got the idea? This is ridiculous that I even have to tell you this, but
what?
I got the idea because, my brother, Dr. Dennis Business, and his YouTube channel, and he did a release for like he likes to do like courtroom dramas and like rehash them or whatever. Anyway, it's bizarre, but he did a release for his new YouTube series that he edited, and he was really excited about it. And he said, will you post about it? And I posted in the LadyGang Facebook group, and I was like, hey, if anyone wants to like be a part of this trailer release, I'm going to be on there like chatting or whatever. And we had like 1,000 people come over, and everyone was so supportive and wonderful. And it like made
Was it 1,000?
Or was
think
it 10?
No, it was like at least 1,000 views because he usually gets like 300 views and he was like, it's triple. So like at least 900. I will get the stats for you. Anyway, I'm a data girl. So my point is that it was exciting and it was a fun way to connect. And, you know, I understand that I am not important and that I continually try to be important and get disappointed when I'm not important. And I am letting go of that for 2023.
Oh.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I will not make you do a YouTube trailer for anything we do this year.
Hell yeah.
Great.
You're free.
Great. Well, the only thing we're doing this year is podcasting. So if you make us do a trailer for like each episode coming out, it's going to be a real bummer.
Well, then now that's the thing, though. You see Call Her Daddy, Caitlin Bristow's doing it, where they're like the day before it comes out, they do a video where it's like,
Yeah, but they don't have to do any work for it. Somebody else is editing their shit together and they're just posting it on their account.
yeah, that's true. All right.
Okay.
So what was that? A good
That was
week
my
or a
bad week. Was that Keltie did something Chelsea Handler did, and
She's brilliant. Chelsea
we
Handler's our
poo-pooed it.
biggest fan. She writes us nonstop on LadyGang Instagram.
I know. I love how she comments on like
I
so many
comment on
LadyGang
everything.
posts.
I'm writing her back. I'm like, yes, bitch. She's
so
hosting
cute.
the Critics' Choice Awards. So sick.
Should we go see her at one of her live shows?
Yeah.
Okay. My good weeks. That was my bad weeks that, you know, were whatever.
Okay.
My good week is that I am the queen of reels.
Yeah, you
And
Yeah.
I am doing this thing, kicked it off a couple months ago, hashtag raw reels.
are. Raw.
It's
It
for
reminds
people-
me of like raw sex.
Yeah.
Raw
It's
dogging.
for people who don't have motherfucking time to edit a reel, and you just shoot it and you post it.
Yeah.
And it's a raw reel, and you can do minimal editing, minimal voiceover, minimal everything. And that's what it is. And I think it's the new wave of Instagram and social media.
Now, as somebody who is like a self-proclaimed hater of social media, like, is this hypocritical of you to do? And can you still make fun of us?
No, she's
Yes,
she's
because-
trying to find her lane, Jack. Be supportive.
The way I'm doing it is making fun of people who actually take the time to make reels. So I'm like, guys, we can participate in social media and not be losers and sit down for 4 hours and edit something and then post it. We can just shoot it in real time and fucking let it fly.
Okay.
I've always just believed in like minimal effort, maximum payoff, and raw reels is where it's at.
Jack, have you ever heard of this Rebecca before?
Minimal
Brand new
effort.
for 2020.
This
Just
is
kidding. No, I
this
love
is my
it.
brand, and I was like, was stressing because I hate
Right.
having to like be a video editor and like take my time off to edit something that I don't really care about. So instead, I'm like, well, I can still participate and I can just do it in my way. And I think it's really going to take off and sweep the nation, and people are going to start doing raw reels.
I love it. Godspeed.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I could here's where I'm struggling with this in general, from raw to not raw, is I am not interesting enough to create content on social media. I don't
Disagree.
No, Keltie. No. Your Fabletics are raw. Like your Fabletics try-ons are a raw,
It's a raw
like
reel.
from front to end, and they are iconic. And that is where you shine because you fuck up all the time and say things that are so inappropriate, and you just leave them in. Like that is where you shine.
It's true.
That is why you're right. If anybody is cut out for raw reels, it's Keltie Knight.
And you can talk to yourself for like a long time. Like you're actually perfect for it.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I love to talk to myself. I really struggle with myself
Join the club.
because I watch myself, I watch my life, I look at what I'm doing for like in my life, and it's like I'm just not that interesting. But you're right.
You don't do interesting things. You are interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't do interesting things. Like, what content are you making if you never leave your house?
No, a lot of people make content just sitting in their room. That's like what people do.
and be like, here I am sitting with my dog again. Like, I guess.
Yeah, you should just do stream of consciousness, like just let it flow and like see what happens.
A great example would be when you're propagating your plants. Just take your camera with you.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Yeah.
Do the reel. Just automatically go to your reel like you're creating a reel, because we're not editing. And you're going to give yourself 90 seconds.
Right.
Set it up, cut off the part of the plant, put the plant in the water, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time you can do a voiceover. Like, so you're allowed to do voiceover for raw reel. It actually makes it the best.
Okay.
So you do all the video stuff for 90, as much as you can get in for 90 seconds. And then when you're done, you're done. And then you go and you make a voiceover of like what you're thinking while you're making this, or in the innermost thoughts. Like, if you'd like, I can give you the audio of my most recent raw reel.
Oh, your raw reel was incredible. You're an icon.
I think my algorithm, we're back, people. We're back. So
I
good week.
I have a little bit like of a tip for you to do too. When you're doing this voiceover, you need to do it once and once only. Like you're not allowed to try again. Like, you just have to do it and post it.
That is exactly it, because I did the voiceover once. I did not like how I ended it. I really wanted a little more punch at the end, but I didn't do it. I was like, nope, it's going up as is. And that's the trick. It's the key.
Cool. I'm so excited. I will raw reel. I'm going to raw reel. I'll let you know how it goes.
Thank you.
Thrilling. Jack?
So my good week is a new word for the LadyGang dictionary.
Yes.
The word is heap-heat. And heap-heat is when an idea or an opinion that has been stated by a woman or non-binary person is ignored, but then greeted with enthusiasm when it's repeated by a man.
Wow.
Heap-heat. I mean, it happens.
It's like mansplaining, but basically just like taking... Yes. Okay.
I mean, I have to assume, as somebody that hasn't worked in like an office workplace, but I have to think that this happens all of the time.
Sure, of course.
To many women working in an office, when they bring an idea to the table and then nobody is listening, and then a man just repeats it, and it's the best idea in the world. So I think
that's a good one.
I think everybody can really get on with this.
I love this so much.
So my bad week is, it happened again. I have consumed something that I am not supposed to consume because I wasn't paying attention and my eyes were not working correctly. So you remember back in the day when I was like eating preparation H and all this shit because I couldn't see and I didn't have my
Brushing
glasses
your
on.
teeth with like,
Monostat.
Monostat, yeah.
God, a classic Jack Vanek move.
A classic move. So I was hungover the other morning. I was half awake. I took a shower and I go to put on my skincare. And I have like one of those little skincare fridges in my bathroom that has all of my stuff in it. So in there, I have my SkinCeuticals vitamin C serum.
Okay.
And next to it, I have the Athletic Greens vitamin C tincture that you put under your tongue.
Oh my God. Okay.
And it's supposed to give you vitamin C.
Yeah, it's great.
So in my,
I think it's vitamin D.
Or vitamin D, whatever it is. Whatever their tincture
Good
is.
point, Becca. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm so out of it, half awake. And, instead of doing vitamin D under my tongue, I did a little SkinCeuticals under my tongue. Oh. And I was so frazzled that I just swallowed it instead of spitting it out. So I'm happy to say that it tastes very sour and very bitter, and I haven't died yet. So maybe if anybody wants to start microdosing that, it might be a good idea.
Is that the vitamin C SkinCeuticals that smells like hot dog water too when it's on your face?
Yeah. It makes your face smell like hot dogs.
Gross.
Didn't taste like hot dogs, which was surprising. Tasted like a rotten lemon.
Oh my God.
So that is my bad week.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay. My good week is that I got to start with my bad week. Well, it's a good bad week. Okay. So it's award season and I'm so excited to be back in the game for another award season. And I want to tell you that I saw the movie The Whale, which you're going to hear a lot about in
The Brendan
awards.
Fraser one.
Brendan Fraser. And you remember him? He was like Caveman. Wasn't he in Biosphere or something? Like
Encino Man.
Encino Man. Yeah. He was like hot and he had like an eight pack. And this movie, so I have said in the past, nobody wants to watch an Oscars movie. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's always long and it's boring. And it's like for the people who love that kind of movie, but like, it's not what I want to see. I'd rather watch Housewives. You know what I mean? And I was happy the last 3 years to not have to watch 900 hours of long form jerk off Oscar movies, right? This is the hardest movie to watch. Trigger warning all over the place. It's about this 600-pound man. It's a play. It's a 600-pound man, and he has this traumatic life. And it's so fucking insane that, like, I was in the theater shaking, crying. There were points where I thought I was going to be sick to my stomach, like barfing. It was such an unenjoyable movie, like so fucking unenjoyable. And then at the end, I was like, wow, he was incredible. Like, I don't know why these movies have to be made. Like, he's so good. And I'm like, wow, that movie was fucking crazy. Like, it was so good, but it was so bad. It was so hard to watch.
Well, he was the one that got like a 12-minute standing ovation at the film festival for his performance, I think it was.
Crazy. If this man does not win the Oscar, I will quit my job. Like, it is... I've never seen acting like this in my fucking life. It's so crazy, you guys. And I don't want you to see it, but I do want you to see it. And I also just love that, like, this is someone who we put in a box over here and we're like, you are this guy. You're Encino Man. And then you like just fucking went away. I haven't thought about Brendan Fraser for a decade.
He like, there was like a crazy sexual assault story with him. And then he basically just like disappeared for a while because it affected him so much. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Happened to him. Not he did it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was like, this was like his huge, you know, it was like his time, his comeback. Yeah. So I think it was like super. And everybody that has talked about him says he is like the kindest person in the world. So I feel like it's a moment for him.
Yeah. I just love that he was like in a box and then he like, and I guess I'm just saying this because like I watch you, Becca, and it's like you've been put in a box. You're like in a pretty girl box, right? When you go to audition for things. No, I mean, it's a great box to be in, but you're like in beautiful.
There's worse boxes.
Yeah, there's worse boxes for sure. You're
I'm
not
saying
like,
thank you genuinely because I like being told I'm pretty.
yeah, but you're not like the, hey, when we need a witch with a big nose in the, you know, scary movie, like let's get the girl that is, you know, like you're in a pretty girl box. And it's hard because like I've said to you before, and I've even read with you on some of these auditions, like, because people have never seen you do a thing before, they don't believe you can do it until they've seen you do it. But you can't get seen doing it until you book a job doing it, which you can't book because they've never seen you do it. Like, it's a fucking vicious cycle, right? And I just think about this movie and how many people probably wanted this role. Like, it's an incredible role. And like how he got it. Like, I just want to know the story behind all of it. So anyway, I am so glad I'm back in entertainment because I would have never gone to see it. I would have just never left my house. And I really think it's incredible. But don't watch it, but do watch it, you know?
This is just proof again, though, that if you want to win an Academy Award, you either you have to alter your body from its natural state, like do an extreme weight loss or weight gain.
Yeah. No,
this
and
is
that's
just.
But here's the thing. It's 100% proof. And I literally went into the movie, like the first shot of him, I was like, oh, this is like Dallas Buyers Club, like these crazy transformations, right? And it's very, very buzzy. But what's so interesting about this is that he is so grotesque that he's very hard to love. So it's like, and I don't want to ruin the movie for you. There is no payoff at the end. Like, there's no like, oh, I was this way and then I got better at the end and wrapped it up in a bow. It's just, he's fucking terrible the whole time. Oh, it's amazing.
Cool.
Anyway.
Amazing.
Okay. So that was my bad week that I like almost puked in the movie theater. And the funny thing is that so me. So I went to the movie theater and I had my denim jacket on and I filled the pockets with snacks because like I'm sitting in this movie theater, it's 2 hours long. So I've got like mini Kit Kats, mini Almond Joy, and I'm just like eating little mini things. But like in this movie, all he does is like pound entire Snickers. like 5 at a time. And I was like,
after your own heart.
and then I'm literally like, just like putting the flap of my jacket over and buttoning it back up and being like, not today, Satan, not today. Like, it really made me rethink my Snickers eating. Anyway, so that's my bad week. My good week is that it's, you know, we're just here. It's a few weeks in, and I want to let everyone know that my health journey is going great. Look what I have in front of me. Something green.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
Is
that like an actual juice?
Chlorophyll Aloe Super Aid. It's delicious. And
There's no vegetable in that.
no, I know, but this is just
It's
to drink
just water
while
with
we're
chlorophyll
podcasting.
in it.
Yeah. No, I'm eating vegetables too.
You
Oh,
can't
are
refer
you?
to things being green that aren't vegetables.
It was like when you said
people
matcha.
Yes.
You were eating
It has a
vegetables when
lemon
you
on
ate
it.
matcha.
What's
The
in
lemon is a fruit.
this? Okay, you're right. There's no vegetables in this. God damn it. Lemon
literally
juice,
water.
maple syrup, chlorophyll, salt.
Maple syrup, and you also haven't even opened it. So
I know. Anyway, okay. The future is ours when we come back.
This episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by Stamps.com. And as someone who just made 2 separate drop-offs at the postal annex with about 200 packages that I was able to mail essentially from this office where I'm sitting right now while I was drinking a hot tea, watching Housewives with my dog. I have my little printer that I got and my scale that they sent me for free. We send a lot of things to advertisers and brands and people that have helped Lady Gang over the years and our employees. And anyway, it was a big job and I was able to do it so seamlessly with Stamps.com. They have amazing partnerships with USPS and UPS for unbeatable rates. And for me, with my sister living in London, you're also able to post Global Post, which you can print out the customs form and your international postage and just drop it off at the post line just exactly the same. And you just throw it, whatever bin they tell you to, and you're not waiting in line at the post office. You got things to do. You got Lady Gangs to listen to in your car. Start the new year by saving serious money on mailing and shipping. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with the promo code LADYGANG for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code LADYGANG.
Now back to the Lady Gang.
The future is calling. Okay, so you guys know that we always do the manifest episode, which goes over very well. We did a few weeks ago, just at the end of December, and now we're into 2023. And I thought it would be really fun because the manifest episode is so popular. Girls listened to it. They came up to us on the tour. They were like, I got hooked on the manifest episode. There's this quiz online that's like the 10 years quiz, which is like all the things that you in 10 years will be doing and thinking about and having fun and on the path to. So I thought it would be fun to not only like look at our manifest for this year in a micro sense, but like let's dream about 10 years. So 10 years from now, I'm going to be turning 51.
oh my god,
Whoa.
whoa,
It will be 2033.
oh my god.
Ford will be a teenager.
He'll be 10.
Oh, right.
be a
Okay, no,
tween.
he'll be a tween.
Maybe
Jack,
less.
wait, what? He'll be trying to buy a house. Okay, so here's the questions. I'm going to prompt you. In 10 years' time, I will be driving I don't know why driving, what your car is. Cars are very
I like
A
this.
spaceship.
Yes, flying car. That'll never happen.
No. Okay, so that's the first one?
Yeah, be driving In 10 years' time, I'll be driving a golf cart on my huge property
Ooh.
somewhere in the islands where you can only take a small water plane or boat to. And we have no cars because I fucking hate driving. You know what? I'm going to be driving a horse. I'm going to be driving a horse to my tiny little corral where I keep goats and little baby cats.
Baby cats?
Little cats.
Okay.
Like kittens. You know, like farm kittens.
Yeah.
Becca Jack?
Do you want to go?
I won't be driving because I hate fucking driving. The near misses that I've had lately in the vehicle is just terrifying. I will not be driving. Hopefully none of us will be driving like actual vehicles that we know to be vehicles. I hope that they're like solar powered, like dope ass pods that can go the speed of light and you can get anywhere quickly.
You know that transportation has been like the least, like nothing has happened in transportation industry in the past like 40 years. So I don't think we're doing that.
Well, it would be amazing if we could have like bullet trains all over the country.
Yeah.
I think, aren't they kind of talking about Tesla trains doing something
They were
similar?
supposed to do like the Hyperloop up to San Francisco, but I don't know whatever happened to it. But you could get up to San Fran in like 2 hours.
It would be so cool if I could be like, you know what I want to do tonight? I want to go see a Broadway show. And I would just get in my little zippy thing and I'd have my own little area, have a bed, a desk, like a moving house.
Desk.
And I don't want a desk because I won't be working. Yeah. And then it's going to shoot me up to New York and I'm going to be like there for the day and the night. And then it's like, oh, I want to go home. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing. And 10 years from now, I will be driving my renovated Bronco that I will be able to afford because they're so goddamn expensive. And then I will also be driving my golf cart in a beautiful beach community somewhere on the coast. Those are my 2 vehicles.
Great.
I love it. Okay. In 10 years' time, I will be focused on. This is hard, actually. I will be focused. Well, here's the thing. I know what I'm going to be focused on, which is like, sorry, this is like real talk, is going to be like taking care of my aging parents, which is like kind of depressing. Yeah. But I think I will be focused on philanthropy. In 10 years, in my 50s, I feel like my 10 years time, it's going to be about like, you know, still with a touch of Keltie, like what institutes in my name am I opening? You know what I mean?
And like, what kind of wing are you donating that you can get applause for doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like doing good, but still getting the attention that feeds my soul.
Yeah. In 10 years time, I would like to be focusing on family. Because I think maybe in a couple years I'd be wanting to have a kid. I still don't know. That is up in the air. But I would like to think I have a little child running around and I'm putting most of my focus into that.
Yeah. I hope that I am focusing on, well, I guess if Ford will be like 10 or 11. I hope he's really found something he like loves doing and he's really good at it. And so
what do you think it's going to be? What is
you
your,
want to be like
what's
a
your
soccer
gut
mom
feeling
or the dance mom or like you want to be the football mom?
Like my sister's son is 11 now, 10 or 11. God, I'm so bad at ages with children. And he's like an amazing baseball player, like really, really, really good. And it's like fun to watch a kid be good at something. Granted, I'm going to be honest, I don't think it would be fun to watch your kid be bad at something. So that really kind of would be a bummer. I think that he is going to be maybe into music because of his astrological sign. And then obviously like my family's side of loving music. And then like, so maybe he'll be like playing instruments.
I love this. I think you're going to be such a good community mom. You'll be great at being like.
What's a community mom? Like a class mom?
Like kind of, but for like the sports team or the dance mom, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like there were certain, like when I was in dancing, like there were dance moms that were like insane dance moms. Like they could sew and then they would like do the fucking hair and all that stuff. And then, you know, there's other moms.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably be psycho like that.
This episode of LadyGang is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking, just like me. While you're listening to LadyGang, you're probably driving, cleaning, exercising, grocery shopping, painting your nails, whatever. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's also something you can do right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and it could save you money by doing it right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $700 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. So just like your favorite podcast, LadyGang, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com and join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $698 by new customers surveyed who save with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
You're listening to the Lady Gang.
All right. In 10 years' time, I will be living in. I know mine. I can see it.
What's
okay.
yours?
So I know that Megastorm is coming and like most of the world's going to be underwater, but let's pretend that's not happening.
What is Megastorm?
You don't know about Megastorm?
No. Is it like the big one that we are still waiting for California to fall off into the ocean?
Okay, well,
that
that's
we've been talking about for 50 years.
Megastorm.
That's not going to happen, but Megastorm's happening?
Megastorm is actually going to happen in 5 years. So Megastorm, and I know this because Chris had to meet with the city about something because some artists want to do something on a bridge. And they're like, over there is where we're preparing for Megastorm. And basically, we're going to get like this insane amount of rain for like 3 months straight in LA, and there's nowhere for the water to go. So like anywhere that's the valley is going to be flooded. Like everything's going to be flooded, but they've built all these like huge rain troughs like over by the sorry, everyone that's not in LA, but over by Forest Lawn Cemetery, there's like, if you look on the left, there's all, next time you drive that way, there's all these cement things. Those are for Megastorm. And then literally, I was at Christina's house and she looked at me and she's like, oh, you're the highest living person I know. And I was like, what? And she goes, no, when Megastorm comes, we're going to come to your house. Like
the higher ground.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I know Megastorm's coming, but I'm pretending Megastorm's not coming for this dream. I want to live somewhere. Okay. I'm just going to like put this dream out there. Maybe when we're in LadyGang, we'll listen back and be like, you did it. I want to have a giant compound in somewhere that I can afford a giant compound. So it's not going to be in Malibu. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be on some weird island where like all I can get is Frosted Flakes and that's fine to eat. But like I want a huge compound and I want like a house for my brother and a house for my parents and a house for like the guests to come. And I want it to be so far apart that like when I don't want to see people, like you're just in your own fucking house. And then I want it to be a place where you only wear flip-flops and also like it's a house with no mirrors. This house has no mirrors. And so you go through your day and you just like, you never know what you look like. So you don't have to like ever think about it. So I would just wear like a muumuu every day and I'm going to read and I'm going to watch movies and I'm going to just be hidden.
This sounds like you're becoming a nun. Are you talking about?
It is very cult-like. Cult for one. It
Cult
seems.
for one. But Chris will be there. I'll have like a ton of dogs, like lots of animals, and then people will come. Like people will come. I don't know what people
to also not know what they look like when they sit down for dinner.
Yeah,
we're all in white robes, barefoot.
Yeah,
we're giving our lives to the Lord and Savior Jesus
We
Christ.
will brand ourselves if we feel it calling to
if you
it.
feel it calling. Yeah. I just like I've been really into looking on Zillow and stuff for like compounds, and it's pretty cool.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking in Panama and Belize.
Getting that tax write-off down there?
I don't know what it is about taxes, but right now I'm just looking at like cool compound things, and I feel like there's a lot of thatched roof and there's a lot of like beams in my future. Okay, sorry, this is way too much. Jack,
I love
Becca?
a beam.
If you're upset about the pincher bugs in your backyard, you're in these other places.
I'm not upset about the bugs. It's just annoying that the bugs came into my bed again.
Yeah, thatched roofs will do that.
When I know when I went into when I was in Thailand and the ants were like infested my hut, and I was like, you gotta get rid of the ants. Like I was freaking out, and the guy was like, the ants are just part of life. You have to learn to live with the ants. And I was like, he's like, he was in a cult. He was like, you have to learn to live with the ants. I was like, I don't want to learn to live with the ants. Okay.
You can't kill the ant. You just have to you have to live harmoniously.
Well, I have a whole
it.
fucking ant story because when I was a kid, I was like, my mom, she was driving me and I had accidentally played in a sandhill full of ants, and I was sitting in the backyard and I'm crying and I'm whimpering and I'm like, Mom, help, help, help. And she's like, Keltie, calm down. Keltie, like, stop fussing, you know what I mean? And then like by the time we got home and she took me out of the car seat, she saw that I was completely covered in ants, and like she probably should have helped me, but she didn't. And so like I have a whole thing with ants.
Oh, yeah, that seems a little deep rooted.
Traumatizing.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, where are you guys living?
Realistically, I think I'll probably have to still be making a living, which is such a bummer, somehow. And I will probably still have a house in Austin, but I definitely will have a house in Atlanta to be closer to my family.
Yeah.
During the summers. That's actually what I talked about last night with Zach. I was like, let's buy a place in Atlanta. And that way we can have the experience of both. Like during the school year and during the normal times of year, we're here. They can come visit us. It's still really easy. But then all summer long, I want to be like in Atlanta and then going down to 30A to the beach. And like that's what I want.
I love that.
Yeah.
I am not really picturing anything extreme for me in my future.
She's like, I'm living in my 800-foot square apartment.
I will still be in this apartment.
For the big storm, what are you
The
calling
mega
it?
storm will have come. It's washed me away. I'm somewhere in the Pacific Ocean.
You're definitely out. You're
I'm
not
just
worried
floating
about
along
like Rose in the Titanic.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would just like to have a nice house on the beach. I'd like to move my parents like near me. And that's about it. Nothing crazy.
I just Googled the megastorm.
I was just reading an article.
Is it's only California?
Yeah. No, it's coming. You guys, I don't lie to you. I just,
I mean, according to like a couple Google searches.
No, it's not. It's the city of Los Angeles.
30 days of continuous moderate to severe rain and snow covering wide swaths of land. They haven't had one of these in California since 1862, but a new study says climate change is increasing likelihood of another one hitting the state. Californians could expect a month-long series of storms that could flood parts of the state with more than 100 inches of precipitation.
Megastorm. It's coming. Okay. Anyway,
so do I not buy a house? Is this now throwing a wrench into my?
Well, not on the cliffs of Malibu because that's going to slide down.
Well, I can't do that anyways.
But here's the thing: they're not saying like when, and they've been saying this about the big one for forever. And so they're like,
you can't predict earthquakes.
Yeah, you can't really predict when the megastorm is coming, and it could be long after we're dead. And like, how depressing that we've been anticipating.
No, it's
a megastorm.
like it comes every 1,000 years. It says so. Yeah. Like that is an average. So could be 3,000 years.
I think Jack, don't hold back. Live today for today. Yeah. It's not like it's
get really good flood insurance.
Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have that be the reason why I can't buy a house, is the megastorm might come. That definitely is like a doomsday cult thing.
However,
I'm very culty today. You listen, you know what? The future's coming, and I love that it turned into an episode about the megastorm. It was meant to be like lovely and manifesty, but that's fine. Megastorm's coming. Watch out. If any scientists are in the Lady Gang, you should listen to other podcasts because this one's dumb. But let us know if you think megastorm's real, and we will
see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social. At Keltie, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.